to have baseball in Louisville and Indianapolis than it does to have them in Miami and Orlando, Jacksonville, Tampa. I mean, it just doesn't work.
I know if I remember right, for a long time, the Cincinnati Reds had a farm team in Indianapolis, and they always drew just fantastic. So, I mean, it's not like that area won't draw. It's proven they will draw.
Well, and the Cardinals were in Louisville forever.
Yeah, that's right.
That sold out all the time, and now they're doing well in Memphis, too, which could be another baseball hub if you really want to start one somewhere else, because it's just not working in Florida.
Florida, you're right. Florida, it's got to go.
Maybe we should just get rid of Toronto, too, while we're at it.
That wouldn't break my heart.
And, I mean, it's America's pastime. We already got rid of Montreal, right? I mean, Toronto, they don't sell there. I mean, the only reason they do is because that stadium's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Other than that, they don't have a draw. All right, well, speaking of disappointments, the Fighting Illini, nary a draftee on Thursday night, Mark. Jeremy Richmond did not get drafted. Dimitri McCamey did not get drafted. Mike Tisdale, Mike Davis threw their names in the hat. Obviously, we didn't expect them to get drafted, but now that I look back on it, though, I actually think Tisdale and Davis have a better chance of signing as free agents than the other two.
I said a few weeks ago, it doesn't surprise me Richmond didn't get drafted at all, because NBA teams start really taking a good look at this kid. He had 1 year in college. He averaged 7.6 a game. He had problems getting along with Weber. He had that time during the middle of the season where he missed a couple games. Then he got some kind of problem and missed the NCAA tournament games. I mean, there's an attitude problem there. He didn't really show all that much as far as scoring or anything else. Sure, he's got promise. There's no question about it. But the NBA is not going to pay millions of dollars to a kid who's got an attitude problem who shows promise. And here's where it gets even worse, Adam. If the NBA has a strike next year, which sounds very likely, what's he going to do? I mean, his options are going to be few, and then they have next year's draft. There's a bunch of more kids coming in. Richmond will be further down on the pecking order. There's going to be a problem. He really made a big mistake coming out this year.
Yeah, he's going to do what we said when this happened. When he said he's coming out, we said he's not going to amount to anything.
Big mistake. He's not ready. He needs to grow up, and he needs to work on his game. He has no jump shot outside 12 feet.
And now he has nowhere to grow.
He's got nowhere to grow now.
He's not going to be at U of I. He's not going to be at an NBA camp. A horrible mistake.
Now McCamey...
I feel bad a little bit for Dimitri.
McCamey,
I thought he was going to get drafted, and he did go all 4 years at U of I.
Yep.
So
I think if he got the head on straight and decided he wanted to play every single game, he's got the tools where he could help out an NBA team being a guard to come in and give him 5 to 10 minutes. But Richmond, boy, that's a shame. The AAU and a bunch of people fed him a bunch of you-know-what there and told him how great he was, and it's going to just ruin that kid's future, I'm afraid.
What do you think about the draft as a whole? Obviously, Kyrie Irving goes number 1 to the Cavs. The Cavs also, shockingly to me, I thought, took Tristan Thompson from Texas at their 4th pick. Jimmy Butler, though, I thought was a good pick to wrap up the draft, pick 30 to the Bulls. Jimmy Butler out of Marquette, kind of a decent story if you know about it. He was homeless for a while and kind of just kept working. And, you saw him a little bit in the Big East tournament and then in the dance with Marquette, making a little bit of a run. But good pick, I think, for the Bulls, especially as far as, making the last pick of the first round.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good pick. I mean, it'll fit a need that they have. But the draft as a whole, I have a hard time with it because of your Bismax, Biyambos, and your Jonas.
Guys you don't know.
I can't pronounce the last name. I mean, and these guys have talent, and they deserve to be drafted. But I don't know who these guys are, so it means very little to me when a team drafts them. Okay, great. They drafted a 7-1 guy I've never seen.
Well, the problem is, you look down the list, I don't know a lot of the guys.
No.
Even from the States.
I agree.
And it used to be I knew everybody. I knew everybody in the draft.
And the problem is, Adam, the reason for that is you used to be able to watch football, college baseball. Well, I'll get the sport right yet. College basketball, and these players would play 4 years.
Right.
So you spent and got to see these guys play 4 years, and so you know who they were. Now you have so many guys coming out after 1 year or 2 years, you really don't get a chance to see them play. So when they do get drafted, you're going, wow, have I seen him or is he really that good?
2 players in the top 10 played 4 years of college.
Oh, unbelievable.
And that's because Jimmer moved up to the top 10 and got drafted by the Kings, but then I believe was traded. Is that correct?
He's going to Sacramento. He was drafted.
He is on the Kings, but he wasn't drafted.
And that was done solely to put butts in the seat. I mean, he really hasn't proven he can play defense. Sacramento could have used so many other things, but this will bring in the fans.
529-1450 is our phone number. This is Sports 101 on Sports Radio 1450. Good morning. Go ahead.
It's good morning, guys. This draft was pretty terrible. It was like the draft of hopefully role players. You know, these people are like come off the bench and eat up some time for one of your starters or something. I mean, I'll watch any draft. Usually I hate hockey, and I'll watch a hockey draft if it's on just because.
Yeah.
I'll watch a Major League Soccer draft if they had one just because. But I didn't even watch this draft because I cared so little for it. It was just like...
It was bad.
It was just terrible.
Caller, the Bucks drafted this Bismack Biyombo from Congo. And I mean, when they drafted him, I forgot who it was that was doing the commentary on ESPN, the expert, saying this guy... He plays good defense. He can block shots. Has no offensive skills at all.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, what a great pick at number 7 for Milwaukee.
Right. When they say, does he score like 5 points a game or something? Or
yes.
5.7 points a game?
Wow.
Unbelievable.
5.7 points a game?
This guy is going to be in the top 10? Wow, this shows you, like you said, just how bad this draft was.
That's pretty